Every time we talk about purpose of life, we have to speak about ikigai, the Japanese secret to living long life. This is a beautiful, simple, easy read. The research that they've done worldwide, and they have done in 4 or 5 places, including Costa Rica, Italy, in some place in Japan, and they found that in that areas, people above 90 years of age, 1 in 4 to 1 in 3, are found to be above 90 years of age. That's a big population, right? We rarely find above 90 years of age here. But 1 in 3 to 1 in 4 to 1 in 3. So this research was trying to understand what is that they are doing. And it consistently comes out that they did not have a concept of retirement. They always are doing something. The gifts, the talent they had, that they were continuing to provide them in some way or the other. Just like I can say easily, Karthikeyan sir, the gifts and talents that sir has is continuing to provide. There's no retirement. Of course, they were doing other things, but this came up consistently in all the interviews with all the participants who were above 90 years of age, and say, what keeps you going? For them, it is continuing to do what you like to do. Continuing to do whatever you like to do, whatever talent, whatever gift, whatever skill they had, they were using that and exhibiting that. If it's singing, they're singing for the community. If it's writing, they're writing for the local community / wherever that, whatever that is. If it is drawing, you'll probably find the picture and show. They just go, and if not any opportunity, they just go and paint around their entire houses and walls and curtains and drawers and tables and everything to make it a beautiful work. I see a picture of one Argentinian lady, I think. She just made her house like it's like a beautiful painting. The whole house became a painting. So to live longer, to feel contented, it becomes obvious that there's no retirement. We continue. We continue to provide whatever that we have, the services. We have to remove the mind from our mind that retirement. And then by aligning to whatever gifts that are given. In addition, of course, they're doing meditating, they're eating vegetables, they're gardening, they have a social community. With the community, they live together so that they can support each other. So they have small communities they form and then live in the communities, small groups. But the number one thing is to live their life by doing something all the time, and that something is whatever the gifts they had, whether it's drawing, singing, cooking, speaking, whether it is teaching, consulting. All of us have some talents, right? If you are good at management, offer to so many nonprofits. One of the reasons nonprofits cannot go forward very well is because they don't have a good organizing skill. So that can be easily offered. Technology, whatever that is, that skills can easily be offered because it's talent in abundance. So the Japanese secret of a long life is talking about what if you do, one can be happy and live long. So for them, Living long is not the goal. Living happy and contented is what they do. And then naturally they live long. That's it. We understand this. It's not, it's common sense. So they talk about, this book talks about flow. A flow is when I do something, I get into a state where I forget about myself completely. I forget about the time. You start the work at 3 o'clock. It's night 7. Someone has to come and then tell you it's 7. So do you want to go out for dinner? Oh, it's already 7. This is a reaction. That's flow. You are doing work, and then you're at office. The VP would have come and gone. CEOs would have come and gone. Then people are partying around, and then come to you. Someone walks up to you and says, "Hey guys, what's going on? We have this. Oh, you guys have already finished 2 meetings and 3 parties there around the birthday celebration, this and that." You won't even realize. So you forget the environment, you forget the time, you forget yourself. We go into it. It talks about how to go into the flow. Aligning ourselves as we start doing it. There are a few steps. We'll understand this tomorrow. But the flow is about doing things, go into by doing. First thing is when we think purpose is not clear, we jump in and do something, number one. And when we jump in and do something, there are 2 things we can do. One, feel about it in our mind. 2, actually to go into the flow so that see whether it is the one that I really love it and so I'm passionate about. So we do a set of things. So one is physically what you can do, one in mind what we can do. When things are not clear, we take something. And then first thing I say is put it into a manifestation process, a visualization process, a dreaming. If that thing you do more that you're looking for, whatever that initiation that you want to start with, because you feel like this is what I want to go now and stop. I want to go in and then start this nonprofit. I want to start my own company, or in my company, I want to move to this other department because that's where it seems like you're getting, or you want to learn that you want to join that event management company. Of course, you want to learn any music, art, dance, any of those various ways, or you want to become a public speaker, motivational speaker, because you feel inherently that you got that. So any of them, you start. And how do you start? If you have that in your life, if you are doing it actively, and then if you became a motivational speaker, how will your life be? Then you visualize, dream. You will know it in a few days, whether it is exciting enough or not, it's motivating enough or not. Every day in your visualizations, if it is coming up, if you're able to extend your sequence of happiness moments, one with your family, with your friends, with your people, where you're traveling around to Bombay, Delhi, or California, Los Angeles, wherever you're traveling, and you're meeting groups of people, and then they're coming up to you and saying, "Wow, you're doing great stuff," and then does it feel? Do you even get excitement when you travel as a motivational speaker? Whatever that is. So if you visualize, so mentally we can dream about using the manifestation process and see whether the feelings can be sustained day after day. If they're sustained, that means you are on the path, and then you can apply it, because then the more stronger your electromagnetic signature into the field to receive more synchronicity opportunities around it, more connects. You're visualizing about it, suddenly a call from Google can come and say, "Hey, we heard you on the internet, so can you come in and present to we got a batch of 500 freshers joining and we want them to be inspired. Can you come and speak?" Opportunity comes with seeds. Before meditation, we are not confident. We are wavering in meditation. We know that it is an opportunity coming in our way, even though we may feel deep inside, I'm not prepared. But now you have this sense of confidence that, yes, this intelligence is going to help me. So let me jump in. And we jump in, and then we make the first step. We do that. So mentally, we can we can dream a future with that you want to do, to see if you're aligning to that purpose for the next few years, if not the whole lifetime, right? We don't know what's going to happen after a few years. We don't have to plan for the lifetime. So many can change. Who even expected COVID will come and change the everything for anybody? Just that COVID incident can be told that things can happen. We all planned one, but then you think something else can happen, and then everything we have to be changed. So we don't have to plan for the longer term. Longer term meaning not the lifetime. And just right now, whatever they feel like doing is all it is, we aligned. And so, dear friends, so one is visually, mentally, second is physically. Physically is about going the flow. I'll talk about those 4 or 5 steps that we do to start an activity and say how it goes. But before we go physically, if we can put here, no cost, put here and then work on it for some time to see, am I going to be excited? So that's so easy because it's an energy work. In the energy work, that's where it becomes much smart. In quantum field, if it's a 90% inspiration, are you getting inspired when you think about it? 90% inspiration, whatever that number is, but if it's, are you getting inspired? The more we can inspire, that means we have feelings, and then right thoughts, elevated feelings that rely on a manifestation. By the way, some people are asked about this manifestation or this whole thought power. The 3-day program we're doing on November 6, 7, 8 is all about it. We're doing in Pyramid Valley physically. Some of us getting together doing these long meditations in nature, while virtually, of course, we'll do the same days, but lesser sessions online, we'll do that program. So whoever want to just take this more into the life, it's a beautiful concept of energy work, inspiring mentally before we actually put it into the physical world. It happens, right? So shall we go into that meditation today? Well, we understand going into the flow and then putting our abilities to express our talents tomorrow. Shall we go into this meditation once again, but apply the manifestation principles? What we've done last week, I'm going to play once more again. That music where we go into heart elevation, then breath mindfulness for some time, empty ourselves, where it's empty, there's a place of pure creation. When empty, all the original thoughts comes a pure creation. That's the time where whatever we put in, it's like a blank white paper, right? Whatever you write is very clearly visible. So when we are empty, that's the time we put out our intent, desire, intent strongly, and then visualize and dream about it. Put a sequence of visualization, dreaming about to see how excited you are. Bring up that emotion, feel it, live it, experience it as much as possible, whether the love, gratitude, appreciation, compassion, joy, all those heightened emotions, care, kindness. Feel them to see if you are going to succeed and then have that thing in your life, how do you feel, right? So let's work it out once again. Try it out, experiment it. You have nothing to lose. So the meditation is heart elevation, where you fill up your heart with a heightened emotion for some time. We do this all the time so that our brain becomes faster into going into the slowdown mode. Then breath mindfulness meditation, those of you new, breath mindfulness meditation, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, close your eyes, remove the specs, and then cross your feet at ankle. We do 3 things with the body. Cross your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, and third thing is close your eyes, remove the specs, and observe. That's a posture. Sit comfortably in a chair or a floor, and then the posture, and then observe your natural normal breath. Breath going in, coming out, going in, coming out. Anywhere in the nose, you take a point and see that breath is going in, coming out. Some of you may feel warm, cold air going in, warm air coming out. Some, if you're sensitive, you might see that. Cold air going in, warm air coming out. And slowly, breath becomes lighter. As the breath becomes lighter, ultimately it will culminate here, here, It doesn't matter. You are just observing, breath becomes lighter, lighter, lighter. Ultimately, it probably becomes non-existent, and that's the time you're also sort of going to the other side where it's totally empty. And the breath is becoming lighter. As you're observing the breath, our thoughts are coming down. We don't have to control the thought. We don't have to manipulate the thought. We don't have to kill the thought, cut the thought. There's no such concept. Instead, we are observing back to the breath. If there is a mind gets wandering and the mind goes wandering and then gets distracted and then you get sucked into a thought, maybe after 2 minutes, you'll realize, oh, I'm thinking. Our job is to come back to the breath again and observe. So by doing this repeatedly, we're going to install a brain circuit of attention to the breath very easily over a few days. Then it becomes easy to do it. The moment you close your eyes, you know that, okay, just immediately bring your attention back to the breath because the brain is getting trained, dear friends. So let's do that. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. We listen in Thursday. We are sharing how meditation is helping us, how meditation is inspiring us. So we have first, I request Shantipriya to invite Mr. Pramod Mahajan.
Thank you, sir. Pramod Mahajan is a known personality in automobile chemical sector and also in agriculture sector. He served as general manager in Barlapur Industries Limited and several other companies. And also he served as CEO for Chirayu Foods and Beverages Division. He handled business of 100 crores with multi-location plants. Mr. Pramod has been practicing meditation for the past 30 days and is finding great relief in his health. Over to you, Pramod.
Thanks to everybody, and specifically thanks to Sri Chandra sir, Dr. D.R. Karthikeyan, Vani madam, Ladini madam, and team of the Buddha for giving opportunity to tell about my experience. Yeah, uh, I was suffering from arthritis, neck, shoulder, and both hands were having severe pains due to swelling from last 2 years. Even I was not able to sign with pain. That was the severity of the pain I am having. I had started taking medicine, physiotherapy, and massage to recover from this disease, but there was no pain relief and was lasted for 24 hours. So because of this, I'm not able to concentrate in my duty also and day-to-day work also. My total confidence was lost and started sleeping for 13 to 16 hours during that period. I was not able to concentrate at all. Food intake also increased due to heavy medicines which were given by the doctors. That was a fear that if I not take food, then uh, medicine will affect my body. That was the fear. But from last 2 months, there is a relief in pain of the neck and shoulders. But pain in hand is still there and zero confidence level. So I was searching for the medications to control my mind. I found website of Buddha CEO who is offering medication. Then I register on website for 6 weeks program, which is now is continued. Because of this medication program, my confidence level increased, which helped to reduce the pain in my hands and control mind. Then I started doing regular yoga also along with this meditation, after meditation. So from a few days, my food intake has reduced drastically, and sleep also reduced. And now I have very good deep sleep during night time. Now I can lift weight 20 kg easily. Before I was not able to lift even few grams before medications. So because of the medications and because of the guidance of the Chandra sir, I started reading the books now, which was not there. Now, my message to all of is that take medication and take proper food. It will definitely improve your confidence level, and whatever problems of health will be get sorted. I'm not saying that don't visit doctor because it is required to enhance immediate effect, but you can take medications also to enhance your health and confidence level too. So before that, I was doing my duties around 14 to 16 hours a day, and because of the pains, I sleeping same as 13 to 16 hours. But I thanks to uh, once again Chandra sir and team for helping me to come out from such a depressions, which is not should not be occur to everybody. That is the major ultimates. And now, after coming out from the depression, I started my own regular activities. Now I drive my car around 16 hours a day. This is now my ability. What is was there now? I gain that ability. For the business purpose, I drive that because of the pandemic is there. We should not go by the flights and other things. So I started my consulting. I started my uh, fabrication was all things I started now in a good and fast mode. So I thanks again to Buddha CEO Foundations and do meditations along with whatever you are doing. So this is my everybody has to follow this. So yeah,
Thank you, Pramodji.
yeah,
Wonderful to know that meditation is helping. Absolutely.
yeah,
Karthikeyan sir always says, and all of us know, Ramani sir says, I heard from SVB sir, it's and then Gandhiji's verbatim quote, it's health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Whatever we can achieve, at the end of the day, if health is not there, then none of it can be again gained, right? We know that.
correct.
And so glad that, and when meditation is there, and in the screen that all the Buddha CEOs, that everyone, there's no medication, they heal themselves. They all are healing themselves. They all are living a very worry-free, anxious-free, stress-free lives without having to depend externally. That's the first thing that we gain. So it doesn't matter whether we're going to an Amazon forest, whether we're going to a remote village, whether we have to travel on a business purpose to Africa, or wherever that we feel that the environment has sort of conditioned us and said, hey, be careful and you got to be watching out. And there is this virus, that thing, that can come. For years, if I'm able to live, and then if my younger brother is able to live, Shantipree is able to live, and if many, many people are able to live without of any requirement of medication, everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. So thank you for sharing it. I'm glad that it is helping within a very short time. So please continue. Of course, you want to continue. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, one things I would like to give one short experience also. During medications, when there is a deep medications is there, I found that lot of temples are coming inside my mind. That is what I experience. I don't know whatever is that, but a lot of temples are coming inside my mind. This is my experience.
Sure, sir.
Yeah,
Just write it down. It can mean many things. It can mean go and then realize your godhood some more. It can also mean you go and even want to do more and more service. Right? Those are the things that symbolizes. These temples symbolize both. So it could mean those. It could mean many more things for you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. We have this young master. I love this master. He's he's a whiz kid, I guess, in matters of meditation. So let's invite. Since Karthikeyan sir were talking about other masters too, and I felt really that we got to bring this master onto the stage. Yes.
Yeah, we have Shreyans Buddha. He is a young master of 10 years old. He is studying in 6th standard. He started doing meditation in few months ago, but he started teaching early. Like in this last 4 months, he completed 4 seasons. Now he is in the 5th season of teaching meditation of duration 21 days, and he wants to be a mechanic, and he wants to keep spreading the word of meditation. He's a voracious reader. He has read many books like Monk by Jay Shetty, Children's Past Lives by Carol, and Soul's Plan by Robert Schwartz. And now the current book he is reading is Untold Story of Sita by Dena Mariam. Welcome you, darling Shreyas. I love to hear you.
Namaste to all. So I call myself Shreyas as Buddha. So before I begin, I wish to thank Chandras and Vani ma'am for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences. So my meditation journey started at March 2020. I have been away from my mom from 3 years because of the indifferences that my mom and dad had. Like during that time, my concentration in studies was very low, to an extent that I used to get zero in some subjects and hardly 50% attendance. I was always lonely, no participating in sports, very shy, scared of darkness. So ever since I was 8 months old, I was suffering from eczema, which had no cure in modern medicine. Mama says that I lived on steroids for the first 2.5 years of my life just to keep me away from scratching as I used to without blood of my skin and all over my body. Then I was on homeopathy, and every night I hardly used to sleep, used to get bad dreams and scratch throughout. Morning I wake up with half sleep and struggle to concentrate during my classes. In March 2020, my mom called and told me about meditation classes and asked me if I could join. So I gave it a try. So the session went, it was evening 5:30 to 7 p.m. The session was done by marvelous Chandra sir. So I felt so relaxing and many unique and mind-blowing experience through his guided meditation. So I've also spoken to Dr. Karthikeyan sir and Dr. Newton Kundavati. I also loved attending Shren's Daga session. I like the way Patriji plays the flute. I also like Ananti ma'am as in, because she is very friendly with me. It was all a beautiful experience where I made new friends and started seeing many changes in myself. Then I visualized reuniting with mummy through meditation, and it happened in 2 months' time. During this time, mama used to every night to tell the bedtime stories for 2 to 3 hours. She used to read The Power of the Subconscious Mind. She used to read that book. And thanks to this corona, mommy is working from home. So I get a lot of time to spend with her. It's 5 months now. So I feel more adaptable to changes. My concentration level is improving. My skin is much better as I don't take any medication but only practice of meditation regularly. And I am learning sign language and coding through White Hat Junior. And I am very happy and energetic now as I have received so many benefits in meditation. I felt like teaching meditation to other kids too because I felt that learning meditation at this age is wonderful and I enjoy watching Mr. Bean. So I used to eat beef, chicken, egg, cow's brain, chicken lollipops, chicken wings, and all kind of eggs like quails, ducks, and hens. But after practicing meditation, I have realized myself what a big blunder I've done by hurting all the animals. So I feel very bad at hurting them. But now I'm happy that I eat only veggies. My food digests fast. My motion is clear. Your blood doesn't become thick. And I would like to suggest you all to watch a documentary called The Game Changers. So, before I start my school online classes, I meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. It makes me feel so bright and fresh. So, I started teaching meditation from June 2020 and I completed 123 days and still continuing. So many children go through different kind of stress, trauma and abuses and they can't express out to anyone. So when children learn to meditate at this early age, they live happy, compassionate and fulfilling life. So thank you, Mama, for this beautiful gift of meditation. Thank you gave me to this early age. So thank you all.
So much in 7 months. I don't know what to say about your shares. Susie.
I mean, I have no words because he is what he is today because of all the ups and downs, what he's gone through in his life. And he's moved on. Like, as a kid, what I learned from him is he doesn't live in the past. You know, whatever has happened, even today brings a tears to my eye when I think about what he's gone through. But he is so cheerful, he's so smiling. even if he talks about any of his experiences which he's gone through, he doesn't bring that emotion. It's only the words what comes out, but it's not the emotion. So I have learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot. He's like a teacher to me. So I'm really happy that he chose me to be his mother. Thank you, Shayu. Love you so much.
Wonderful. I mean, this is, I know, of course, I've been following you, Shreyas, but I've not understood that you're doing so many, of course, you're doing so many seasons, there were so many benefits, so composed, so clear in expression. I'm so glad that it is helping you in so many ways. Of course, you are going to be Grandmaster, right? SCB, sir?
Let me first congratulate Suji Nair. The way in which she has been able to bring up her son as a master in meditation is something very great. I think if all mothers could adopt the way in which she took the problems, have been able to come out not only of herself but also his child, which has gone through physically, mentally, due to the early part of his life. And within a short time, he is able to become a genius, rather, I would say. I would rather say that he maybe become a second Buddha of our period, and also scientist. I wish to congratulate Master Shreyas Sudha. I think if this is known to the children at the young age, I think everybody will be able to become one of the best citizens of our the globe. And I am extremely happy, and I wish to congratulate Master Shreya, who has been able to achieve in a very short time about the life, reading the books of all great scholars, and talking so nicely today his experience, how he has been able to come out of both physical and mental problems. And I'm extremely happy to, in fact, I wish to pay my respects to Suji Nair, the way in which he has been able to brought his son. And for Shreyas, Master Shreyas, you are really a genius. Your life is going to be very great in future. I wish you a great and very, very prosperous life in the times to come. All my good wishes to you.
Mala, madam, thank you, sir. That's amazing, isn't it? It's just what I'm
Sure,
most
sure.
amazed is his consistency of teaching. You know, he's teaching. In fact, I'm taking break after 3 weeks or 6 weeks. I take break, but he's not taking break, and I just go to the next season immediately.
Something fantastic.
Fantastic, sir. Yes, Mala, madam.
It's really amazing to hear Master Shreyas, and I was really having tears in my eyes when he was describing all his, traumas. But it is absolutely appreciable that he's gone through it so beautifully, and now is living a life full of hope and confidence and positivity. That is why it has always been my dream that every child in this country should adopt to meditation so that they can be the best masters of tomorrow and make a great country. I really appreciate and congratulate Shreyas for all that he has been doing, and I really wish him all the best in his future, and Vidya CEO for all the foundation that they are laying for all the citizens of this country. I really would like to participate in the child activities and get some support for Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Sure. Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, we heard you that you are definitely doing work for children, so we will take this forward. We also want to be part of this. We're launching a youth program now, and the next would be a program dedicated for students. That youth program has a crossing over from education to a society work life. So there is a set of challenges to go through. So that's something we launched. But the next is students and their challenges and what Shreyas has laid out.
But I would suggest that first we concentrate on the corporation school students, because what I noticed in my experience last year was these poor children have just no foundation.
Yeah,
Both the parents going to work and they have no cultural background also. Besides that, the drunken fathers come home and create havoc in the evening. They are not able to focus on their studies or their lives or anything. And whenever I would give them some little piece of
madam.
homework to do,
Problems are there for everybody. You know that.
innumerable. So
Yes,
when they used to come to school and they get some guidance like this, they used to feel so happy that there is somebody to attend on them and help them come out of the problems. And many of them have done it, and I have got those video recordings also. It was simply marvelous to see them, bloom back into a beautiful flower rather than getting faded and smashed under somebody's leg. I would love that corporation school project to be taken up. Thank you.
wonderful. We'll do that. Yes, thank you, Vani madam.
Yes, Shreyas, it's a little Buddha. I felt so happy that, whenever I'm talking with them, it's a learning actually. Such a small age, very committed and dedicated. And every time, whenever I'll call Suchi, she will tell he's in the meditation session. How many children will come? Sometimes 2, sometimes 10. But even though he is not losing his thing that, okay, 2 people, I will leave it. Is as such a small age, it's a commitment for her. Himself itself, it's a great achievement, but he wants to teach in that age is such a wonderful, and we all, I think I am learning from him every day. We have to, we are meeting, and we have to teach meditation, because what we are getting happiness throughout of that. I think this is a message from Shreyas I am taking. Definitely. Thank you, Shreyas and Pramod sir, and a wonderful session, sir. And through meditation, you completely cured your things. That's a great achievement. Please continue, sir. It's a wonderful, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Arunaji. Thank you, Vani madam. Yes, we take a message from Shreyas that we all have to teach. We all can teach. Everybody can teach. Yes.
I have made pyramids of different sizes.
Yeah. You have so many talents, then we need an hour for you now. You go one by one. But yes, I love it. I know I've seen your pyramids and they're beautiful. Yes, Arunaji.
Hey Chandraji, namaste. Oh my God, Susie, really I'm blown away. What a little Buddha you have nurtured and brought up. Really hats off. I wish more mothers would be like you in the world. Really, you have inspired. We run a school for village children, children with disabilities who cannot hear, speak, as well as from villages. So really, we would like your wonderful, beautiful Buddha Shreyas to teach all the children. We have about 1,000 kids from very simple families, to be our honor to have him teach us. Really, thank you, Chandraji, for bringing to light all these amazing beings. And today's session was too beautiful. Really, really, really fantastic. Thank you.
Wonderful. That's great. So, Shreyas, you have a feast now. So, you got to teach 1,000 children. Did you hear that? But he does an amazing guided meditation. He's doing heart elevation, he's doing gratitude, he's doing everything, and he's doing super. He's doing amazing. Yes. Madhavan sir, so Shreyas is from very town that where you live.
Yes, I'm looking forward to meeting them very shortly, mother and son, and it's a real inspiration to hear him. And not only is he such a bright young lad, he's also teaching so many youngsters whom he's inspiring. And my congratulations to Suji for having brought up such a fine lad. And I think it's really inspiring to see a 10-year-old lad speak with so much confidence. And congratulations to you, Chandra, for having mentored and nurtured him so quickly, 4 months. And he's right on top of it. And I was pleasantly surprised to know that he is from my town. They are from my town. And I just rang her up and we are meeting the weekend. and it will be a learning for me. Now we are all talking about this new concept of reverse mentoring. I think this is a great example where he will be reverse mentoring all of us. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I mean, this is a example again, friends. We make friends, and then see Madhavan sir doesn't have to call, but he called. He wants to meet. So this is how all of us are there in various towns. There are meditators meditating. So make friendship, and this is great to meet each other. And it doesn't matter once we are meditating, all the immunities are with us, right? So thank you, sir, for going and meeting. I mean, they're going to meet you. So they're excited. Yes. Yes, and then, sir, your observation about Pramod ji's within a short 40 days, less than 40 days, now he's able to gain a lot of that back as a business leader, and then now he's come back to using his stuff.
Yes, he also is really inspiring because he told us very calmly what he went through, how he was able to conquer it. And I think it's, again, a great lesson of what meditation can do. Some of us who've been doing it for very long, I think, are learning every day, because it's not that we know it all. So we can all deepen our meditation by this kind of inspiration, by following such people, how they have conquered it. Great, it's very nice.
Thank you, sir. Karthikeyan, sir, your closing comments on this.
What else to say? I endorse every word of all the masters, He's a wonder kid. Shreyas is a wonder kid, a role model for youngsters. And Suji, of course, is a role model as a mother. And we know very well that the child didn't have a very happy beginning, but she has brought up the child so beautifully. It's amazing. And 10-year-old child, he becomes a role model for all of us. And Susie as a role model for motherhood. Amazing. See, we come to know what meditation, Anapanasati, can do. If a child of 10 years can be so mature, so balanced, so intelligent, we can do wonders to everybody. He is a role model. There's what he shared from the heart is good enough to say what this can do to anyone. Transform the life. It can bring about wonders.
Yes, sir. Shreyas is a big competition for me now.
No, you can't. By your aging, you can move to the world. I tell you. But he's inspirational.
We used to talk. He says, Chandra sir, I'm in third season. Okay, I said I'm in third season. Then I'm still in third season. He went to fourth season. I said, Shreyas, like you're beating me. So
no, but no. You see, the greatness of the master depends upon the greatness of the student.
Yes.
If the student is great, imagine what the master must be, his teacher must be.
Exactly. This shows your greatness, Chandraji, really, what Shreyas is.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear friends. Thank you, Karthikeyan, sir. And everyone who gave beautiful comments. Yes, Shreyas has been a wonderful master. Every time I saw Patriji used to travel 5 hours by bus, 5 hours by bus, only to find maybe one small child or one person to teach and then go back. And then after 40 years, even now I see him, if there is one person also, he'll sit down and then give the same level of interest, same level of enthusiasm, same level of attention, and then teach. And I learned and I asked, sir, I mean, your time is so valuable. Then he said one day, the other person can be another Buddha. The person who is changing can be another Buddha. And then one Buddha changed the whole world. So in matters of meditation, numbers do not matter. Numbers do not matter. Our attention, quality of time, that's what Shreyas is doing, dear friends. When we start meditation, and it used to happen for me in my IBM too, because I've launched this program every Monday. Sometimes I just used to go and sit myself. Nobody used to come. Easy for me to think that I'm a vice president and what's the point, waste of my time. But however, then everything has a value, everything has a meaning. And it's when we recognize that teaching is not only for somebody else, teaching is for us too. There is that, right? So there is all kinds of dimensions. So anyway, next week we'll learn about service and teaching. And but it's great So meditation, we teach even is 1%. Thank you all. Thank you, dear friends. So tomorrow we'll continue to discuss and understand more about purpose of life. And we're closing into end of the 5th week. If there is one thing that I would like to say at this point, right? So look to get hold of some of these magazines and some of the books, right? It is never too late. And then we continue to start reading and then continue to read more and more and more. Magazines are the great way, and they inspire us. They inspire because in the magazines that Patriji is putting so much effort every month. Every time there is a transformation story of a child, of a senior master, of anybody, right? Now there's always transformation stories and great masters teachings and all that. A great way to keep our meditation practice strengthened. So thank you so much. And then see you all, have a great day, and see you all tomorrow.